Isn't it funny how the internet's changed so much since the early 90s and how a lot of stuff that was in movies from the early 90s, especially movies about computers and internet, is so different and would never take place nowadays. Some aspects of this movie that I'm about to talk to you guys would take place, but other aspects would never take place. And the movie I'm referring to is The Net, starring Sandra Bullock. This movie was released in 1995 through Columbia Pictures, and basically it's a story of Sandra Bullock. She's a hacker. She trades viruses back and forth. She chats online and stuff like that. Chatting online still takes place nowadays. Hacking still takes place, even though in this movie they do not mention the word hackers. They did not want the people watching the movie to think of her as a hacker. They did not want to mention that word. There was a big thing about when the original, well, when the movie Hacker starring Angelina Jolie came out. I remember that they actually banned releasing that movie on any platform for years because a lot of the stuff that actually took place in that movie could still be done. So I think that's sort of why they didn't mention the word hackers, even though she was a hacker. So basically, she ends up getting this program from someone she's met on a chat line, and she's looking at it and she sees a little icon at the bottom. When she clicked on the icon, it flashed all this information. She had no idea what it was, and one of the people she was chatting to on one of the forums was trying to decipher what the actual meaning of this was. But she also sent out a memo or a sort of message to everyone else to see if anyone knew what it meant. And she also chatted about what kind of guy she likes and sort of like that. So, sort of like in The Matrix, where he ends up getting information that he doesn't know about. She has this information and she's being followed because she has this information now. And basically, the people that this information refers to want to get the disc and want to make sure that she hasn't copied it, make sure that she hasn't distributed it to anyone else or put it anywhere so that the information's out there. So you have her pretty much running from random people trying to escape, and them trying to get this hard floppy disk, the one from back in the day that no one uses nowadays. And so she's running back and forth, hiding out different places, using computers to try and communicate with people and let them know sort of what the situation is. You have her going to her family. The people have found out information about her online. Basically, it says on this movie that basically everything is accessible online, which pretty much it is now. Everything's done on computers. Everything from banking information to personal information, everything's provided online. If someone can get into your computer, they can pretty much find out your identity. And that's what happens to her. Her actual identity is stolen, and she's made out to be this other person, and she's the person that she becomes or is told that she is, has all these criminal records. So the police are after her. She's trying to convince the police that she's not that person, she is this person. The only family member that she has that's alive is her mom that has Alzheimer's, so her mom doesn't even remember her, so she's no help to her, and it's just a continuous thing about her trying to get away from this one individual. There's a lot of people that she thinks are on her side. There's one guy that's supposedly an FBI guy that's trying to get her help, but then she realizes that he's working for the people that want the information as well. So it's just this continual saga of her trying to get away from this individual. You also have Dennis Miller in this movie, and you have Jeremy Norman. He's that evil guy. Dennis plays sort of like her best friend in this movie. She actually, I said actually 3 times there. She goes to her work, and her work people don't even recognize her, which is very bizarre because you think someone that's worked there for so long, you would recognize who they were. There was another girl that was taking her spot that had the same name as her. No one would recognize it. That's why there's kind of a couple of loopholes in this movie that don't make sense. But towards the end, she ends up making a copy of the disc, ends up getting away from this person that's chasing her, and everything works out at the end. It doesn't really go into whether she hacks anymore, but I do know there was a television show that went straight to DVD, sort of about the continuation of this, and it didn't do that well. People seem not to like this movie a lot, so I don't know why they brought out a TV show knowing that this movie didn't do that well in theaters. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this movie, The Net, starring Sandra Bullock. Leave your comments below what you guys think about the TV show. If you guys have seen the TV show, let me know what the differences are and how they connected the two. Leave a comment, like I said. If you could also hit the thumbs up button. It only takes a second and it means the world to me. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, just hit the subscription button below. I will constantly be putting out reviews on movies. I'll have music reviews up soon as well. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. So that's it for now. I'll catch you guys later. I'm out.